Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I look totally normal like you're used to seeing me. I'm just kidding. Of course, this is finally my first Halloween tutorial on my channel. And this is, if you don't know, this is Kate Beckinsale in Underworld. Underworld was one of my favorite movies and still is one of my favorite movies. I really enjoyed it, so I figured, you know what? I want to do a tutorial that is not only easy for beginners, but also something like really fun and badass, you know what I mean? So this is what I came up with. It's super, super simple. It's like literally the easiest thing ever. I used like, I don't know, 4 or 5 products. That was it. So that's the good thing about that as well. So if you are excited about this, then please give this video a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the button below. And also do not forget to follow me on all of my social media sites. That will be in this corner right here. So without further ado, let me show you how I got this look. All right, so we are going to just hop right in. And so for foundation today, I am going to be using the CYO Long Lasting Foundation. Now, I just did a review on my channel not too long ago on this foundation. I ended up really liking it. It was super affordable. It was like $6 or $7 from the drugstore. I'll go ahead and leave a little pop-up right here if you're interested in watching that. So let's just go ahead and apply this. Now, I do have reference pictures on my phone that I got from Pinterest. I just looked up like Kate Beckinsale Underworld, and I have a few pictures that I'm going to be referencing for today's look. So, of course, we have this one of her right here, and then we've got another one that is a little bit closer that shows the face. And then the last one is this one. And you guys will see later that my wig looks very similar to this. It's like that two-toned ombre look. It's very pretty. So really, this makeup look is so easy because it's going to be very, very light. She doesn't wear a lot of makeup in the movie. So this is a great tutorial for beginners. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some of this on my beauty blender here. And by the way, the shade, I didn't even tell you the shade. Oh my gosh. The shade that I got this foundation in is 101. I believe that is the lightest shade, so we will see. Let's go ahead and just go in. Oh my gosh, this is so light. But she is pretty fair in the movie. I mean, she's a vampire after all, so vampires are not known to be tan and, you know, have this gorgeous skin. Well, I mean, I'm sure they have gorgeous skin, but they're just not known to be tan. So, yes, this is going to look pretty crazy on me because I am not anywhere near this shade at all, but that is okay. That's what we're looking for. And by the way, I did already prime my face. I don't know if I told you guys that already, but I did already prime my face. And I just used a hydrating primer because my skin has been pretty dry recently. Well, I mean, it's always dry, let's be real. So you can see how much that covers up. So I wanted to do a full coverage look, even though she doesn't necessarily have a full coverage look in the movies because her skin is just like a blank canvas, and that's what I was looking for. So I figured the best way to get that look is to do something that is more on the full coverage side. So this foundation is really good at that. So I know that like probably almost all of you don't know this unless you know me. Underworld was one of my favorite movies at one point. Like I loved it so much. My mom also loves it too. I am gonna white out my lips, and then you're gonna see what we do with those later. So it's gonna look a little weird. I look like I'm dead right now. Anyway, so yeah, Underworld used to be one of my favorite movies, and it still is. Like whenever I see that it's on TV, I have to watch it. So that is one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this look today. And not only that, but like first of all, I love Kate Beckinsale. Like I don't know about you guys, but I think she's absolutely beautiful, and so it's like an homage to her. I'm wondering if they're going to come out with any more Underworlds because I would love that. So of course what I'm going to do with this color, because like this looks ridiculous, I am going to blend all of this, that way I don't look so crazy. So we're just going to take this on just a big brush here. and bring this all the way down here because I don't want this to look like I'm a million different colors because right now that's exactly what I look like. Yes, putting it on my boobs. By the way, I know like these are really in your face, and so we will be scooting in just a moment, so I apologize about that. But funny story about this costume. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but like this here, this vest, I got this on Amazon. I got everything on Amazon. Amazon's like my best friend, but I got it on Amazon and I was like, oh my gosh, wait, she wears a long sleeve, like leather looking situation in the movie. So like just with the corset is basically what it is. I'm like, I look like a hoe. Okay. So we could not have that happen. So this is actually a Catwoman costume. Yeah. I had to improvise because I couldn't find anything that's like that. And the other things that were on Amazon, I'm like, this looks a little sketchy. This looks like I'm going to be wasting my money. So I just figured I'd use this and then just kind of wing it. All right, so now that our entire color is even, I'm going to set my face with the Coty Airspun powder. I love this stuff, and I'm just going to take my beauty blender to do this. You may notice I skipped the concealer step, and that is on purpose, I promise you. I don't think for this step, for this, particular look, that concealer is necessary. And I really don't want to layer on a ton of products because, like I said, her makeup is pretty light anyway. All right, so now that all of our face powder is on, we are going to move on to the rest of the face. So I'm going to zoom you guys in so that way these will not be a distraction anymore, and I will be right back in just a second. All right, so we are going to move on to brows, and for brows today, I'm going to go in with my BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Ultimate Brow Palette. This is awesome because you have so many options in here to choose from in terms of brow colors, and this is super affordable. So yeah, there's that. So I'm going to make my brows pretty darker than what they normally would be because in the movie it seems as though she's got very dark brows and this fair skin. So that's really what makes those blue eyes pop, which we do have contacts. So I'm going to go in with, I'm going to go in with this shade and see how this looks. These are creams up here, just to let you know. So this is a powder. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here, see how this looks. And I'm going to take that on an angled brush and sweep this through my brows. And I'm not going to be too specific with this. I'm just going to go in the outline of my brow just to kind of get an idea of what we're going to do. So I'm going to start here and just brush this through. Oh, this is a really good color. This is nice and dark. That's exactly the color that I was hoping that this would be. Now she happens to have a little bit more of like a round, it's not too arched, it's a little rounded at the top. So we are going to try and mimic that as best as we possibly can. Okay, so our brows are done, and now what I want to do is I want to add a little bit of dimension to my crease. I don't want it to look so flat. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this Brow Bar to Go by Gerard Cosmetics, and I know it's a brow shade, but I'm going to use this as an eyeshadow because it has a very cool tone gray shade, which is right here, and this is the shade I'm going to use on, in the crease area. And I'm just going to use a big fluffy brush to do that. As I'm doing this, I'm making sure to be very light-handed. Like I want the eyes to be something that is not the focus. I just want it to look as natural as possible. Now you see the difference from this side to this side. It adds just the slightest amount of dimension, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. And if you guys are gonna, do this look, it's always nice to have a little dimension in the eyes anyway. It's gonna look nice on if you're taking pictures, which I'm sure a lot of you are for Halloween. So I would recommend doing this. I just like adding a little bit of dimension in the crease area. And so that is it. So now our face doesn't look so flat. But what I really do want to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of that same shade on a much smaller pencil brush. And I actually want to do right underneath my eye to have them pop a little bit more, especially when I put in those blue contacts. I think that's going to be a good idea. So I'm going to take that same shade on a small, tiny blending brush, and I'm just going to sweep that right under the eye. All right, so now the eyes are done. I'm just going to apply a little bit of mascara off camera, and the mascara that I'm going to be using is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is one of my favorite mascaras to use. So I'm going to use that and I'll be right back. All right, so the eyes are completely done. Now what I want to do is I do want to add a little bit of dimension to the face, but not too much to where it's going to take away from the look. So I'm going back in to the Brow Bar to Go from Gerard Cosmetics, and I'm going to take that same gray toned shade, this shade right here that we used in our crease, just to kind of tie everything in together here. And I'm just going to really, really lightly place it right here. Just very lightly. So see, it adds some kind of dimension. And the reason why I'm doing this is because Kate Beckinsale actually has pretty defined cheekbones, and mine are not as defined as hers. So we're going to create the illusion that they are. So that's why, and adding a gray toned one, especially since the foundation is so fair, is going to be perfect for that. All right, so last step for the makeup look is lips, and I'm just going to fill my lips in with a lip pencil. Again, we want to stay as natural as possible. So I'm using this Colourpop Lippie Pencil in the shade Dopey. This is a really good, like, flesh toned color. And that's why we're going to go ahead and use this for today. So I'm just, did you guys see that? That was, okay, that was so weird. Anyway, I'm going to outline my lips and also fill them in with this as well. Okay, so now obviously I can't have my hair looking like this. So I did get a wig on Amazon. By the way, this wig was like $10. You know, I'll list everything down below for you. But this is what we have here for the wig. It's a really pretty, like, black to gradient, like gray color. And it looks like exactly what you know, the kind of hair that she had in the later movies. So I really, really like this a lot. So we're going to be putting this on. And then also I do have some blue contacts, like some pretty bright blue contacts to use. And then I figured for a little added fun, because, you know, she is a vampire, I do have Fangs as well. I did get these on Amazon too. So everything I got pretty much is on Amazon. I told you I love Amazon so much. So I'm going to do all of this right now. It's probably going to take me a moment. So I'm going to do all of this off camera. And then when I'm back, I'm going to be a completely transformed person. All right, you guys, and this is the final look. I really hope that you enjoyed. I know to you it was like a really quick transition. Let me tell you something. The wig was so easy to put on. The contacts gave me problems, like especially this one right here just kept watering and watering and watering. But I'm glad that's done and over with now. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this Halloween look. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking that button below. And also, do not forget to follow me on all of my social media sites that will be in this corner right here. And that is about all I have to say. Please be safe out there. Happy Halloween. And thank you so much for keeping up with me. I appreciate it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.